Hey, hey, ooh, babe. So, I'm going to talk about the matrix. How does it work? What is the matrix? If you know what is the matrix, then you know you will know how it works. Yeah. So, let's. We all have heard about the matrix, but we often do not know, or if we know, we do not know completely, we just intuitively know this is a matrix. Then we confuse everything for everything. Some say, oh, this is a simulation. Some say, if it is a simulation, then what is the purpose of the simulation? In the movie Matrix, the Morpheus just hold a battery and said the point of the matrix is to turn you into a battery. You are producing energy for other beings. But in the same movie Matrix, it's not clear where are other beings. So if it is a matrix, then my body is a matrix. I'm a program here. So you need to answer what is that I being a program? The I is the mind. You know, that's that's not program, that's not matrix, but it is also matrix. No, I don't mean this is I mean this is clearly it is clear what is matrix and what is not. Anyway, I will come back to it. So the Morpheus said this is a battery, then the idea is if you are, I mean, we are turned into batteries, we produce low frequency energy, the other beings feed on that energy, okay? So if this is a battery, we would be producing low frequency energy, only low frequency energy. Yeah, if they created the matrix, you know what I mean. If it is a bakery, then it will produce bread. It cannot be a bakery, but sometimes you can go over there and have some, I don't know, other food, some pizza. Yeah. So If this is a matrix, then why are we capable of love? Love is not low frequency energy. We still love each other. It's not just we are always in anger and fear. Yeah, both are over there, anger and fear. And it's obvious love does not exist. I mean, they are detectable by love is detectable by its opposite. I don't want to go there. I don't mean what is love. Then you need to answer that question. If it is a frequency, produced by the mind, is it a love? If the mind is whole, meaning it is not fragmented by ideas, then you are in the frequency of love, and that is the same in the heart even. So that's how mind become connected or is connected to heart, because when it is whole, then it is capable of radiating the heart. Beautiful. Anyway, now the question is that if this is a battery and the guys consuming the battery needs low frequency energy, then what the hell these guys want to do with the frequency of love? They cannot use it. Therefore, for sure, this fucking guy has not created the matrix. Or if they have, then that is not the whole story, babies, because love have no use for them. Okay, is it that without love there is no fear too? Therefore they needed you. It is a polarity. You need to be capable of love in order to be capable of fear. Is it that? It can be, but I don't think the fucking fallen angels created the matrix. No, they did not. And actually, they themselves are in this illusion, the dream Maya. They are part of the Maya, baby. Therefore, they have not created the matrix, but they manipulate the matrix. Somehow they are sending us, because we are capable of love. It was we were created at the beginning like this. We were using our mind to create, man. You think who you are, the thoughts are coming into your mind, then they are going to be manifested. Then this mind is a mean of creation. The I, the very I that you think you are, there is no I. That is the mind believing a belief, or a sentence, a statement is produced in the mind. It is spelled, it is the name is over there, spell. If the sentence was spelled, then you cast a spell. You create a world. That's the other meaning. You are that, baby, that powerful. Wow, 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 wowie. Then, if you are that powerful, why do I spill many words but nothing is created? And that's another question and interesting. I will come back to it to see how is that. Anyway, let's go back to the matrix. So, the universe is not produced by or created by these low frequency guys, fallen angel, and actually they themselves are part of the universe. Therefore, they have not created the universe because they are just as images in this universe, they are just images, but they manipulate the earth, and now they are sending low frequency energy to you, and that low frequency energies are determining your thoughts. Therefore, it is determining your frequency. Yeah. Therefore, you are in the matrix. Did you get it? How do they send low frequency energies? The whole earth, the low frequency energies are sent wave. So they determine your thought, they think your thought for you, they manipulate your thought in order to, and you create the matrix. When you think this is probably the world is like this, then it is like this, and they limit your perception. It is like you are born in a laboratory, and then you do not know about the outside world. All your life you have been in that lab, you don't know about the outside world. Therefore, you have no clue what is possible. Therefore, you are limited to the space of the lab. This is exactly like this. They limit the possibilities by sending us fucking low frequency energy. How do they send us low frequency energy? Think David Icke once was saying the moon is artificial. They moved moon to orbit around the earth, to revolve around the earth, and from that fucking moon they are sending low frequency energies, waves to us, and therefore the moon is the control center, babies and gentlemen. So this whole universe is an illusion, is a dream. In this dream, these fucking beings, how they could, and maybe you ask another question. These guys, they are just in fourth dimensions, but humans, man, humans have 12 DNA strands if you are only human, and 12 DNA strand is in the 12th dimension. You can have access to 3, 4 times 3. You can have access to the fourth universe, if it is called fourth universe. I mean, the density, every 3 dimension is associated to one universe. Then these universes are in each other, like a egg. Then you have the yellow sphere in the egg, you have the other sphere, it's not a sphere, hollow around the yellow part, that is another one. Then you have the shell, this is another layer. The universes are like this in each other, and when our DNA gets activated, then we have access to other universes. We are just beings, man. That is called multidimensional beings. Why? That is why we are called multidimensional beings. Because if our UN DNA strands are activated, we live in other worlds, babies, and ladies. So your body, yeah, like all the universe, is the Maya, but the matrix is the manipulation of this Maya that happened by this fallen angel. They are not, you know, they do not have access to higher realms. So how did they control us if do they have not access to higher realms? Oh, they are. This David Icke answered that question. I think he said they are technologically advanced. So you are a spiritual beings, spiritually you are advanced. You were advanced at least once you were. Then these beings were technologically advanced. It is like the movie you see Avatar. It is the same. The guys, technologically advanced just fucked up the avatars. They invaded their land. They were avatars were spiritually advanced. So this is the same story. But if you are radiating at a high frequency, then the guys in lower frequencies should not be able to reach out to you how they reached out to us if we were radiating at a frequency higher than the frequency of these fallen angels. Yeah, that is another question. In the Ashiana's books, I think once I read that the earth was in other dimensions, or I don't know, fifth dimension, then we just descended because of things that we did over there. And therefore, we came to their universe and they had access to us. We had already lowered our frequency to duality, but in the fifth dimension, your frequency, the dominant frequency is love. So you don't know who you are at all, man. We think we are this human in this fucking world. We need to go to work, relationships, family, eating, and the stupid belief system is controlling us. So that's it about the matrix. The matrix is an illusion in this illusion. I asked a question and I said I will return to it. I forgot just the question. Yeah, I said, you know, the spell, when we say a sentence, when the low frequency energy is sent to you, you think your thought. Basically, it means thinking your thought. That is why even they are going to connect humans to AI, because AI is going to think humans' thought and therefore determining their energy So there would be a battery. Even, they cannot vibrate at a higher frequency. Therefore, they control the human beings to a larger extent, and even probably completely. Okay, if I mean, there are many questions over there. If the moon, you heard about the catastrophes happened on the earth. By the time moon was moved close to the earth, then the whole earth was twisted. Therefore, the nature is not natural. The floods were over there. Volcanoes, the whole earth was fucked up. And then life started on the earth again, but the beings are completely twisted like the earth itself. Anyway, the frequency, the energy on earth here is dense. It is dense. The frequency here is dense. Therefore, when you are spelling your words, there are they can get cancelled if they are not accompanied with enough energy. So yeah, you are still the witch, the magician, but you do not put enough energy in your words. What is it to put enough energy? It is to be. When you are, even temporary, when you are that you are, then all the spell, the low frequency energy is cancelled because you are returned to your essence. Um, so you need to vibrate at a higher frequency. Then it is as you say. Yeah, that's like this, babies. It's beautiful, yeah? When we don't have we are not radiating at a high frequency, but we still use the words, we apply the words, but it feels hollow. Then we think, oh gosh, am I, what is wrong with these words? Because, you are maybe in your past lives, or right now even, you are a high frequency being who have come on earth, and you just want to act the same way you acted in the other realms, but it's not working here. It feels hollow. You are weakened. Oh gosh, I'm talking too much. So I don't know if I answered. This is interesting topic, and many questions, arises. But this is just the big picture I have given to you. Maybe later we talk more about this. The I, the mind, is the core of every story, every way they manipulate us. Thank you. Love you.